If that's part of our body and our brain, how can we actually change that? Gratitude is the answer. Gratitude rewires our brain to show us things that are actually going well in our life. Welcome back, everyone. This is my second video. I'm so excited to continue this. Today's topic will be gratitude. So I actually brought my 4 gratitude journals. I've been doing it since summer of 2018. So here they are. I'm so proud of them. Every time I touch them, look at them, I'm just like, thank you so much I have like so many things I'm grateful for, right? That's why I love them so much. I wanted to talk about why gratitude is important. For me, it has really solidified my belief in God. That's not really going to be the incentive that people start doing it. If you already believe in God, you'll be like, well, why do I need it then? If you don't believe in God, then you'll be like, I don't really want to, I don't care. The thing is, whatever vibration you're on, whether you know it or not, is the type of things that you attract in your life. So if there's people that don't treat you well, that don't support you, that hurt you, manipulate you, you're on the lower vibration of this scale. The scale is called Hawkins scale. I'll attach it on the screen. And if you believe that you're worthy of love, if you believe that everything happens well for you, and your life is just amazing, right? That life is here for you to enjoy, then you'll also attract other things, such as people that support you, people that love you, people that know that you deserve love. This vibrational level is actually the form of God, and this is part of a theory that I believe is the abstract spectrum. And I'll make a video about this some other time. It's a very complex theory that I have. So back to gratitude. The way humans are wired just throughout our history and throughout our ancestry is to focus on our survival. And in order to do that, we have to think about what's not going well. What can we improve? What can we fix? What's horrible and like absolutely needs to be given our attention like 24/7, right? That is actually hardwired into us. So what can we do about that? You know, if that's part of our body and our brain, how can we actually change that? Gratitude is the answer. Gratitude rewires our brain to show us things that are actually going well in our life, and it turns our focus away from what's going wrong, which is our natural state. And it shows us that our life is actually going pretty well. Like, we're so privileged just to be alive and just to be healthy, just to be able to eat. Like, those are all things we should consistently be grateful for, and this is all things that God has gifted us. But enough about God. We're gonna go into why gratitude is amazing and necessary, and you have to do it. I want to have you imagine something. Now we're practicing your third eye, so your power of visualization. Imagine that there is one circle, one dot, right, for your current day. This circle is actually like gray, but shooting out from the circle is one path that is completely white. These are all circles of white. And then the other way are circles that are black. So these circles represent love, the side of light. You don't always have to compare white or light to love. I'm just doing it for now. And then black is fear, right? So fear is the things that make us feel horrible, make us depressed, not feel loved in life. So rows of circles that are black, right? Shooting out into a triangle. And down the center are circles that are half black and half white. And if you go down the white way, you see that these circles, so there's a row this way, and there's a row this way, and there's a row this way, and there's a row this way, right? All the way over here is the white one. And all these in the middle, they consecutively turn whiter and whiter. White as in love. And this is because you have kept taking the decision to choose love and to keep seeing how you are loved. Over here, it shows more black. So each consecutive row is more black, and then until finally the entire circle is black. when you do gratitude, you are actually choosing the white one. And then your vibration shifts slightly towards love. And then you do another act of gratitude. And then you go more towards love. You choose another act of gratitude, you choose more towards love. So you're actively shifting towards the row of love. When we don't do that, we actually jump around. If we're already programmed from birth to have chosen love, then we lean towards that a little more. You know, we're over here. But if we choose the side of fear, that's not necessary. We're not doing that on purpose, right? That's just societal programming. That's just the way we were raised. That's just our biology. You actually, most of the time, you're jumping in the middle. Like with each decision you take, you're jumping in the middle of these circles. If you've ever been completely on the side of fear, I'm so sorry, but it's somewhere that's very depressing and you feel so low. People get short periods of this within their life. It's generally normal to be depressed at least once in your life. So if you've ever experienced that, that's the circles having been completely black. And in order to shift back towards the center or even towards the side of love, you have to have chosen things in your life where you are more loved. So there's always something that we can be grateful for. For example, even when you're depressed, you're alive and you eat food, even if it might not be healthy, even if your sleep schedule is bad. The only thing you can ever do when you're grateful is to look at the things that are going good. And that's what you write down in these journals. That's what gratitude is. The ability to see the positive side and the love in everything. It's very interesting because things are actually more neutral than you think they are. Our lives have meaning because we give each individual thing meaning. Because of this neutrality, we can choose whether to transform something into love or whether to transform it into fear. For example, your shower never gives you hot water, right? Your boiler turned off at home in your apartment building, whatever. So you have to suffer in the cold water. This is gonna seem so bad to you. Like, oh my God, like I don't wanna even shower anymore. It's so cold, like it's the dead of winter. Why is this happening and why aren't they fixing it? You're gonna keep thinking things like this, right? What you can actually look at it is, okay, so this is my chance to take cold showers. I've always heard that cold showers are good for you, right? They're good for your skin and they wake you up. They kind of have the effect of coffee, actually. They turn your nervous system on and it's amazing in the morning or whenever you need it. So you can look at it that way. And this is you choosing the positive side of a negative situation. But in reality, it was neutral because cold showers is something that is actually great for you if you look at it that way. There's another thing that I want to discuss when it comes to gratitude, and it's called the Hedonic Treadmill. This is a theory that was developed a little while back, and I'll attach a picture. It shows that you have a baseline of happiness. So even if your day or your week has been really great, you're inevitably going to go down, and the next week or the next day, it'll be bad. Some people have very bigger swings, some people have smaller swings, some people have shorter, bigger, but overall, there is a medium line that you always return to. It's like the hedonic set point. So that's your baseline happiness, and inevitably, you'll always return to it. It's actually something that people use to be somewhat optimistic about when they're in times of hardship, that yes, I'll inevitably return to this base level of happiness of mine. What I've personally noticed is that if I do consistent gratitude, my hedonic set point actually raises. And it's crazy. Like some days when I'm having a bad day, I realize like, this is not really even a bad day. I know that I'm supposed to have a bad day inevitably, so okay, this is like lower than usual. And then when I'm feeling amazing, I'm like above this world. Like I'm like, oh my God, everything is beautiful. This is such a gift. That's how I feel. That's my high set point. My low set point is like, okay, well, things are okay. Like, I know I'll return to my happiness in time, But that baseline happiness is actually raised for me because most of the time I feel like, wow, I can actually do what I want to do. Things are not so bad. Like, I can't believe I used to think that way. That's actually one of the reasons I've been able to start this YouTube channel, because in my previous video I said I wanted to have one for so long, and finally, because of my raised vibration levels, I believe in myself finally, and I know I can do this. Eventually, you know, it will turn out well. Like, I'll have to fail in order to learn to do well, right? So that's another thing that I'm seeing by doing YouTube, that I have to fail in order to do better and in order to maybe find success. You know what I'm gonna say? No, I will find success. I'm not gonna say maybe. Kurzgesagt, a really big channel, they do animation. They talked about, why do we feel unfulfilled in life? Why is it always that we're not satisfied and it just feels like there's something missing? Like, we feel like there's a new thing on the market and we buy it, and then we find a new one, then we buy it, and then after a while we realize, wait, none of this is actually going to make me feel better or fulfilled. And then you go towards your career or your school, and you try to see, okay, if I study really hard, maybe I'll do well. And maybe you do well. And then you're like, wait, but there's that next test, there's that next goal or that next assignment that I have to do. You do it, maybe you do it really well. And then you're like, wait, okay, it just passed. So I don't really feel that much better. The thing is, it comes down to fulfillment. In my high school years, I had like this theory where I thought, you know, maybe the purpose of life is to find satisfaction. Satisfaction can be a synonym for fulfillment, right? So back to Kurzgesagt, they made a video and it said, our brain is literally wired to look at the bad things, and once we've conquered them, we look at the next bad thing. We've conquered it, we look at the next bad thing. So it's crazy because we never ever feel fulfilled. There's always something in the future. I was so shocked when at the end of this video they talked about, you know how you can actually feel fulfilled? Do gratitude journaling. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you, God, for showing me this before I even watched this video, because I know that was a complete 100% fact. If we write in here 2 or 3 times a week, hopefully every day, maybe I do it like 5 times a week at this point. I try not to be too hard on myself for missing days. It can really fulfill us because we see the things that we already have and we feel like, you know what, enough is enough. What we already have is such a blessing, and there's no need to look at the next thing. There's no need to search the next product to buy. There's no need to work extremely hard and become workaholics when everything we already have is here. And yes, that will never end. Us pursuing things will never end, but the thing is, once you start doing gratitude, you're actually aligning with love, and that love brings you so many more things to accomplish and to be grateful for. It's crazy. The more you're grateful, the more you're grateful. That's how amazing it is. I genuinely believe that this is the way to raise your vibration and to choose love in your life and to thank God for everything that has already been given to you. You will realize truly how much it is that you have if you start doing gratitude and I'm telling you this from the deepest core of my heart. So now I'm going to go and talk about my 4 gratitude journals. This one was my first one ever. I started it in summer of 2018. I think that's like a year and a half ago now. I didn't exactly know what I was doing. I sometimes would write lists, I sometimes would write essays. I would also make lists about like, what can I improve that day, or what did I do wrong. I should not have done that, because actually the only purpose for gratitude is to write what has gone well in the day. So for example, if my day was average, I'll write, okay, I'm really grateful that I was able to pet John's dog today. Or I'm really grateful that I was able to talk to the grocery cashier and they complimented my hair that day. I'm grateful today that I have a home that I feel safe in. Even if like nothing really eventful happened, there's always something. I feel grateful that my stomach is full today, and I feel so loved because I can always feed myself. My family always feeds me. Things like that, just simple things. And then the days that, of course, they're big, like your graduation. I'm so grateful that I graduated today. I recommend writing 3 sentences a day or whenever you choose to do it. But the way that I use it is to write what I'm grateful for, and then I describe the details around it. So, for example, I'll say, I'm grateful that I went to the grocery store and the cashier complimented my hair, and I saw a really beautiful new fruit that I might want to try next time. When it comes to graduation, I'm so grateful that everything has come down to me graduating today. I worked so hard for this day and finally it's here. I'm so grateful that I was able to have this opportunity to go to college and have this great program that makes me feel like I've learned something, I've achieved something in life. Here's one where I wrote the details about, so it's kind of like journaling, right? And I can remember, I look back on this years later and remember like what exactly this one point was about. I'm grateful my coworkers and I signed up for the gym, especially this one person for continuing to push me once the ball started rolling. It's finally happening. I'm also grateful that it's only $5 until February, so I have time to enjoy Planet Fitness this month before canceling and hopping on over to this new gym. I want to say that try to figure out something that you want to do. So the way I learned that I want to keep coming back to my gratitude journal is I started writing in like colorful pens, and I didn't take the entire pressure of like bullet journaling, because I feel like bullet journaling, it starts to become something that you want to present to the world rather than for yourself, and this is really for myself. So colors make me feel really happy, and I would like do rainbow, like blue, purple, and then I don't think I had red but that day, but then orange, and then yellow and green, light green. That made me feel like, oh my god, it's so fun to do gratitude, like I should keep doing it. Of course, that's just the trivial part of it. The real benefit of gratitude is that you really start to feel better, and you start to feel like, you know what, everything is fine. I never really had to focus on the bad parts about my life. Inevitably I have to, because I'm still alive and I still have to live, but there's always pathways that God takes care of me. I don't have to keep worrying as much as I usually do. When I stop gratitude journaling, I become a very pessimistic person. My baseline is a lot of pessimism, and the reason I'm so in love with gratitude journaling is because I've never felt more optimistic in my life than I have this past year, when I really solidified my habit for gratitude journaling. So yeah, let's do it. Thank you for watching this video. It's a pleasure to be able to talk to this screen and reach out to so many people. If you like my content, I encourage you to subscribe and to like. And my Instagram is Goddess Gaia. You can follow me there for my daily things. Talk to you later.